Well, first of all, listen, it's interesting about all these young guys today. They never call on us and say, hey, thanks for the kind word and tell me how great a player I am. But when they play like crap and we call them out, we don't know what we're talking about. Listen, I'm easy to find.
Cut it off! I am having a very bad day. I am in no mood. This, today, is one of the worst days that I've had in a long time. I'm not in the mood to play with anybody. I mean, damn it! I'm ticked off!
Do me a favor. Stop. Just stop it. That's it. I am so sick and tired of folks walking around. I mean, just no heart. No heart. What are you scared about? What are you scared about? You should be upset.
Let me tell y'all something. Y'all getting on my damn nerves. What the hell is going on? Wake the hell up. You're a below average team, damn it. I'm sitting there making bets talking about how after the year y'all had last year, what the hell is wrong with y'all? You ain't that damn good. Stop acting like it. Play together. Play team ball. Figure it out. Stop being an average defensive team.
Are you inspired?
That was so good.
So motivated.
Get the hell in, get it together.
I'm ready to play for Coach Smith.
They are trash. Horrible.
What's up? How y'all doing? Nathan, back with another video presentation. I know it's been a few days since you last saw me. The last time you guys saw me was Thursday with the Thursday night football preview with the Washington Commanders versus Chicago Bears. This is episode 15, Big Nate Sports Talk Podcast. Your host, Nathan Snell. Hope each and every one of you had a great weekend. Hope the week is off to a great start for you. Happy Taco Tuesday. Before we get into the video, there's a few things I'd like to say up front. Appreciate the like. Thank you, Andrew. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, bro. I have the Washington Commanders versus Chicago Bears recap that'll happen later today, as well as the Maryland Terrapins beating Indiana. That'll happen as well. The Washington Wizards NBA opening day is today for basketball. So we got the Washington Wizards preview, so that'll be up probably tomorrow, Wednesday at the most. We're 20 days away from women's college basketball, Lady Terps. That should be interesting. And then we're moving right along with the divisional round. I'm hoping to for playoffs for baseball. I'm hoping to get Nicholas Rosario back on the podcast so we can break down this divisional matchup. Because my teams that I wanted there have been eliminated. The Braves got eliminated, and the Mariners. So I know Game 5, I believe, is today, because yesterday got postponed due to weather. So as you see in the title, we have to painfully recap what happened, what transpired Sunday. As I fix my lighting, I apologize. That's better. I apologize for that. Was not a great weekend. The Washington Commanders beating the Chicago Bears, that really didn't make me feel any better, because honestly and truthfully, that's a game I feel like Chicago should have won. But that's another subject. That will be in the later video. The only thing that actually really made me feel great this weekend was the Maryland Terrapins beating the Indiana Hoosiers. The Baltimore Ravens painfully lost to the New York Giants. Another fourth quarter disappointment. The New York Giants beat the Baltimore Ravens 24-21.
What was that?
20.
What? What was that? What the hell was that?
Clip's not playing.
I'm sorry the H words and the D words aren't appropriate over the airwaves, but it's going to be today. I don't know how much more of this I can take. How in God's name?
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
You see what I'm saying? Every single time, man, something goes wrong. Nothing. I'm be cool. See, this is what I'm trying to say, man. They make me sick. Nothing ever gets done. It just never freaking ends. Oh!
Where do I begin? Another game in 6 weeks where a fourth quarter lead's been blown. We look very lackluster. I want to keep driving this point until everyone understands. There's lack of leadership. Let me preface my comments by saying this. I picked this team to win 12 games and win the AFC North. That's not happening. This game, and it's not taking anything away from the New York Giants. I want to make that really clear. I don't want to take anything away from them. But once again, the Ravens have shown that they are their own worst enemy. In the first half, you scored 10 points. Even though on 4 straight possessions, we got over New York's 40-yard line. There were a slough of false starts. There were a couple possessions where we couldn't get the ball going. And then Justin Tucker missed a 56-yard field goal. Then there was the Olway penalty, which was dumb. You were called for unsportsmanlike conduct by throwing someone's helmet. That gave New York 15 yards and a new set of downs. They scored a field goal in that play, in that possession. I mean, in the fourth quarter, it just looked like everything was just coming apart. And this is what I'm talking about in terms of leadership. Somebody has to take control of the situation and saying, hey, guys, let's get it together. Because then you had a chance to put the game away, and then you had the Lamar Jackson running play which was a first down. That got taken away because of legal formation. And then the poorly snapped play, which went over his head. And then what was so fantastic about the play is that you ill-advisedly, Lamar Jackson, instead of throwing it out of bounds, you throw it downfield to who? Patrick Ricard.
I mean, this is some bad stuff. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to say. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know how much more of this I can take. I just don't know. This is ridiculous. Oh, Lord.
So that happened. And then there was a third down stop where I think it may have been Contarius Tony. I can't remember. But he held on to Marcus Peters, and Marcus Peters was called for pass interference. Then they scored the go-ahead touchdown. And then the game was practically over when Lamar got strip sacked. I mean, when you when you have outperformed your team, your opponent 406 to 238, you had 5 more first downs. Okay, then you had rushed over for 200 yards. That's easily a win. You should beat these guys. However, that just simply wasn't the case. I saw once again this was self-inflicting, and then once again, John Harbaugh and the coaching staff completely outcoached. And then I don't understand what it is in the fourth quarter we're doing wrong to completely just collapse as a team. Because we shouldn't be hearing 4 weeks later, after 6 weeks, well, we'll just see how we'll respond. and then do the same thing the next game. Because listen, I am all sorely on Lamar's shoulders. That ain't right. Collectively, we all lost this game. There was, yes, let's not forget, there was a pass to Mark Andrews. It's right in his hands. What happened? He dropped it. Questioning Greg Roman. Why do we go from something that works so well? If you're ran for over 200 yards with Kenyon Drake, why do you go away from that? Question number 2. And then others around Lamar have to step up. This is not rocket science. Like Devin Duvernay, who had a last against Cincinnati, played well. Why are you taking opportunities away from him makes no sense to me. Why are you doing that? Like the fact he was only targeted one time, and then you have Isaiah Likely out there, which, by the way, they're not utilizing him in the right way. Let's get that out the way. And I'm just seeing a lot of mistakes that consistently I just don't think are going to be I don't know what it's going to take for Harbaugh to see it, Greg Roman to see it, because this loss was frustrating. Let me just say it like that. It was very frustrating. And I'm getting to the point where it's hard to make excuses for this. Like, I shouldn't be 6 weeks into the season where Coach Harbaugh is sitting there at the podium. We just got to figure it out. You've got guys in this rock that have been on this team for quite some time now. That shouldn't be the excuse. Instead, it should be, well, you know what? We gotta hold guys accountable. We gotta be better. When you got Marlon Humphrey posting cryptic tweets after the game, J.K. Dobbins sulking on the bench, and because he had some knee tightness, so really he's not fully 100%. Like there's just a lot of things I'm seeing from this Raven team that I'm simply just not liking. Self-inflicted. I mean, Lamar did okay. I mean, 17 of 32, threw a touchdown. He got sacked twice. He did get picked off, and he got the fumble. He had an okay game. I don't believe one thing that I don't like about what the mainstream media does is they use one game to create this narrative. Well, does this game hurt his contract? Lamar Jackson is going to get his money regardless. Everyone's entitled to have a bad game. But I have noticed, yes, he has, in the fourth quarter, 5 turnovers. Because I think, 1, he's doing too much. But also, 2, coaching plays a role. You've got to help your quarterback make things easy for him. Like, when I look at the offense that doesn't have Rashard Bateman, they're targeting Mark Andrews more or Isaiah Likely. They're not that, like, there's no, I don't see, like, I don't know if it's he's more comfortable with Mark Andrews or he has not built a rapport with Demarcus Robinson or Devin Duvernay. Because I am to the point where I really question some of the play calling. I like, you've got to make it easy for him, but the others around him got to step it up too. Like, I don't know. I really don't know, because I'm really to the point where I'm frustrated with this team. I don't know what it's going to take for them to be better. I don't know. If you push me today, the Ravens right now, the way they're looking, it's easily looking like 8 or 9 wins. That's what it looks like. I don't think they'll make the playoffs. Not the way this team is constructed. This is disgusting. And I'm being honest when I say that. If you're the Giants, we do it like, you You won this game without Saquon Barkley really being effective. Coach Brian Dabble is looking like an early candidate of Coach of the Year. Like, the Ravens were a better team. I mean, they pretty much, we look at the score, we look at the box score, Baltimore dominated everywhere else. But it came down to coaching. New York was more disciplined. They stayed composed. They stayed focused. Now, yes, there were penalties that, if you look against Green Bay and now Baltimore, that's kind of helped them. But my eyes don't lie. The Giants, they should be proud right now being 5-1. We joked about how the NFC East has looked the past couple years. They're looking a lot. They look a whole lot better right now than the AFC North. And then, hey, give those young guys like Kayvon Thibodeau, who's a total difference maker, was a smart pick for the Giants. But this loss was more on the Ravens, and it shows. Another fourth quarter debacle. This offense where you one week it looks balanced, the next it looks very one-sided. Like, I didn't know, since Rashard Bateman's dealing with the foot injury, I didn't know his injury makes the offense look unbalanced. I just don't understand why Devin Duvernay, who has stepped up, got a bigger role, was targeted 1 of 5 times for 14 yards. And 11 of Lamar's 32 passes went to Mark Andrews. And then 7 went to Isaiah Likely and Josh Oliver. And Demarcus Robinson had 5 targets. I think Tylan Wallace had 1. I don't get it. I really don't know what it's going to take for Harbaugh and these guys to see it. I don't know. But I'm going to tell you this right now. I have low expectations for this Raven team going against Cleveland. I do. I'm not sold on it. You can't play 1 week, you look like a contender, and next week you look bad. You can't play like that. You got to be consistent. And also too, I also really want to kill this noise, and I'm glad that it happened. Robbie Anderson was traded to the Arizona Cardinals. My question for those that wanted Robbie Anderson with the Ravens: what does Robbie Anderson bring to the table when you already signed DeMarcus Robinson, you got James Prochet, Tylan Wallace, and Devin Duvernay? Is there something that I'm not seeing? Because I really want to know. Because I saw a guy who I would think, new season, now the number 2 wide receiver before he got traded in Carolina, I watched him get in the face of his offensive coordinator and then now the interim head coach go, "You're good. You go back to the locker room. We don't need you." Do you think John Harbaugh is going to put up with a guy like that? DJ Moore. I just don't think trading for a DJ Moore or Robbie Anderson fix these issues. There's still the lack of a pass rush. It should be clear now after 6 weeks. The same, other than with the acquisitions of Marcus Williams, Kyle Fuller, there's to change defensive coordinators and you still have no pass rush, that's a problem.
I just don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. This is disgusting. It's disgraceful. It's embarrassing. And I'm ticked off. It don't make any sense. This is unacceptable. Unacceptable. And something needs to be done about it. Quick, fast, and in a hurry.
I'm sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know why I clicked twice, but there's positives that you can take away from this game. We did some things, but for the most part, I'm not satisfied, and I'm going to continue to beat it like a dead horse. They got to fix these things, and today Deshaun Jackson is visiting the Ravens. Once again, this just lets me know that Eric DaCosta, Steve Bisciotti, John Harbaugh don't see issues that we see. What is Deshaun Jackson fixing? With disrespect to D-Jax, I love him, but he's not fixing any of these issues. No, chopped cheesed. That's what happened Sunday. We got chopped cheese. Congrats on your massacre. No, my Justin Herbert and Mike Williams let me down last night, so I'm not really celebrating that. But it just really lets me know that there seems to be some content with, we are okay with. Chopped cheese was my team in fantasy football this week. That was funny, but I'm just seeing some content with this team, and this just throwing stuff and hoping it sticks to the wall. It's not working. Like, let's be real. Me personally, to see John Harbaugh and that coaching staff for now 3 out of 6 weeks get out coached, watching a 20-point plus lead get blown again, and then being a press conference, we'll figure it out. We'll see how let's see what happens. How we respond is going to be the story of this season. Me personally, this gives me the vibes the year Brian Billick was fired. I know it's 6 weeks. We got 11 weeks left of football, but I'm not liking what I'm seeing. And even when Tyus Bowser comes back, Gus Edwards, they're not fixing these issues. Is this a coach issue? This is a coach issue. This is a front office issue. This is a philosophy issue, because, again, it's not about like going after Deshaun Jackson, bringing him here, to me is a slap in the face, because it lets me know if you're not trying to invest around your quarterback. I'm not saying get a Tyreek Hill. I'm not saying get a Devontae Adams, but try to give your quarterback something and try to be consistent with playmaking. Like, 1 week, it shouldn't be, the Ravens look like a balanced offense, and then watch Sunday, you completely go away from the wide receivers that helped you beat Cincinnati, and then what about looking at OJB? Again, Baltimore has this thing of signing guys past their prime. We got to stop this trend. We have got to stop it. Ozzie Newsome did the same thing. Tandon Doss, Michael Campanero, Jeremy Maclin, Michael Crabtree. Like, the Ravens have always truly never valued offense and particularly wide receivers. It just seems like wide receivers are just not the thing for Baltimore. But this this notion, well, you don't need to spend money to compete for a championship, is total BS. Let's stop that. Look at Miami. Look at Las Vegas. Las Vegas right now, even though I think there's other issues with Las Vegas, they went out there and got a number one wide receiver. Tua supposedly can't throw the football, but they got Tyreek Hill. Eric DeCosta, Steve Bisciotti, they've got to start looking. We got to be realistic, because I'm at a point where if this don't work this year, blow it up and just focus on rebuilding the culture, how you go about things, and just try and just build that way. Because this retooling with free agency and just throwing it and hoping it sticks to the wall, those days are done. Because this has been really hard to watch these last 6 weeks. It has been like none of these wins really show anything that the Ravens, they're a legit team in the AFC, haven't shown that. And again, the same thing. If you bring Robbie Anderson, Odell Beckham Jr., DJ Moore, and they don't work, what's the excuse? I can't keep saying Greg Roman. Somebody has to take responsibility. Harbaugh has to look at his coaching staff, hold these guys accountable, but he has to hold himself accountable. Eric DeCosta, scouting. It's just issues right now, and it just looks trash. Again, I have very low expectations for them against Cleveland this upcoming weekend. I do. Congratulations to the New York Giants. Don Martindale definitely deserves some credit in that game. Like, yes, they got Lamar Jackson twice, forced 2 late turnovers. Like, his defense this year, even though they're ranked 15th in yards allowed, they ranked 7th in points allowed. That is what a defensive coordinator looks like, and he definitely outperformed Greg Roman. John Harbaugh, Greg Roman, Eric DeCosta, Mike McDonald, please.
What the hell was that? I'm pissed off. Get it together. Y'all look like trash.
That's all I'm going to say. I mean, other than the Maryland game, that really truly made my weekend. Are the Giants for real in your opinion? They're playing, I think, Giant football. They're doing enough to win football games. They beat Green Bay, the same thing. Green Bay, lack of discipline. And when it came down to, New York made the plays. Like, Kadarius Toney and Galladay weren't really used, particularly in third down situations. But New York was still effective offensively. Saquon Barkley was taking out the game, running-wise, effectively. But they still made up for it by their defense, creating turnovers, and Baltimore and Green Bay being poorly disciplined. Those things matter. It's the little things that help you win the games. So I'm not that they're doing enough to win football games, to answer your question. But other than that, other than the Maryland game, and especially getting a haircut, I'm really not going to celebrate Washington beating Chicago, because, with all due respect, Darnell Mooney was the reason. The Bears should have won that game. They should have, the way they drove down the field. But Darnell Mooney was the reason. Maryland coming back and beating Indiana was really the only thing that made my weekend very well. Other than that, to watch us get chopped cheesed against the Giants, where you practically outperformed them.
I'm going to reiterate my comments right here, right now. The clock is officially ticking. The honeymoon is over. Damn your feelings. Who gives a damn? You got a job to do. And the job ain't even a championship. It's to be respectable. And you can't even do that?
Now, if you want to crown them, then crown their ass. But they are who we thought they were. And we let them off the hook.
Y'all enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Please like, comment, subscribe. My phone is on Do Not Disturb. I wish not to be bothered because I really have just no patience for this anymore. This team needs to get it together. And this signing guy make these clearance rack signings that they're doing is not fixing these issues. It just looks bad right now. And I need a break from it. Like, comment, subscribe. The rest of the episodes will be uploaded on Spotify via Anchor. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Happy Taco Tuesday. I will catch you guys with the Commanders and Maryland football videos. Until then, I am out. Peace. Oh.
Incoming message.
That was my final message. Peace.
But I get sick of these guys complaining. These young guys, they never call us and say, when a coach is wrong, I'm going to call him out. But when players are wrong, I'm going to call them out. Thanks for the kind words. But listen, I'm going to criticize guys if they deserve it. And listen, they can kiss my ass if they don't like it.
Thank you for tuning in to Big Nate Sports Talk. If you enjoyed that episode and you want to see more content, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Bring your sports game on Big Nate Sports Talk.
I play better. Period. And the great thing is it's right in front of us. It's right here, and we can fix it. It's right here. It's there, and we can run away with this thing. Do it. We got to do it. You know. If we don't score, tough to win. And I'll answer these same questions. Am I perplexed? Yeah, I am. We got to do better. And
I want you to don't ask me a damn question. Don't ask me anything. You sound off. I'm going to eat some cheese doodles. That's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to eat some cheese doodles. I don't care.
Skip. Good Lord. Thank the good Lord I am on FCC Airwaves. I thank the good Lord. It's hard to take, man. So when are we going to say something about it? You know what? I'm going to walk away. I'll be right back. Because I'm scared I'm going to say something that might get me in trouble. Because I'm pissed.
What's that? Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game. Another game. Well, what happened was that second game, we got our ass kicked. Or the second half, we just got our ass totally kicked. We couldn't do diddly poo off.
This is how I believe, okay? I'm from the old school. I believe this. I would rather play with 10 people and just get penalized all the way until we got to do something else, rather than play with 11 when I know that right now that person is not sold out to be a part of this team. It is more about them than it is about the team. I cannot play with them, cannot win with them, cannot coach with them, can't do it. I want winners. I want people that want to win.
You stink. Let me just get that out the way. You stink.
Broken future. All the plans you made in your heart grew just to die. And now your damaged goods, damage should have never been. Thought you were bulletproof. Look at you, what happened? Did she hurt you? Are you okay, baby? love was